Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos back with you once again for part 9. That is 9 in all the Haunts Be Hours box set review from Severin Films. That's right, part 9. We're not done yet. We still got 3 more discs, and those 3 discs have 2 movies apiece. Today, however, we are talking about one film, and it is the film Clear Cut. I've never seen it, first time for me. Let me give you my thoughts on the film and all the special features and all the shorts included on disc 9 of this miraculous box set. Now, I say that, but does that mean that Clear Cut is a miraculous film? It's a lot more complicated than that.
Back from the dead.
And by complicated, I mean that it's not a movie that I could outright say it's a masterpiece or it's a piece of shit. Can't outright say that. So it complicates this review because I'm very much on the fence for this movie. And I think most people will be after watching this. I'm gonna hazard a guess that not a lot of people have even heard of the movie Clear Cut. I'm a big fan of the actor in here, Graham Greene. The actor, not the author, there were 2 different people. When I was younger, I thought they were the same person. They're not. Anyway, I'm a big fan of him. I think he's fantastic. He's kind of the, he's kind of the Hollywood Indian guy. He's the Native American guy in all of these movies. He's been in so many things. This might be his first film. I'm not 100% sure on that. But he's really good in this. Really, really good. And he kind of plays a very different character than you would normally see him in. That being said, the movie around him is very strange, and really only because of the ending. And I'm going to say right now, I'm not going to spoil the ending. I'm not going to give away the ending of this movie because I think if I did, I think it would turn you off completely for the whole disc. So let's start with the plot, and we'll build from there. Now, I'd never heard of this movie before, and to be fair, I didn't know what to expect. That being said, the movie we got is not what I would have imagined this movie to be. What we get here is a kidnapping thriller involving Native Americans and a rich industrialist who wants to cut down their land. The first half of this movie follows a lawyer who's trying to help the Native Americans win a court case, and it's going poorly, as you can imagine. However, the movie takes a very intense turn about 37 minutes in when Graham Greene takes control of the narrative and the movie shifts for the better. This film also features some really badass gore effects, the kind of stuff that you would not expect to be in a movie like this. And I'm not going to go into any description of those because I want you to experience them for yourself in the movie and get the full shock factor. My main problem with the movie is that it sets up an interesting premise and you think it's going to pay off in some interesting way. But when you get to the ending, it's not clear as to how the events made anything better or changed anyone's minds. I hate to put it this way, but it's almost as if the film was pointless. And I don't want to go further into details on that because I don't want to spoil it for you if you're watching the box set along with me or you haven't seen it yet or whatever. I don't want to ruin anything for you. But when you get to the final moments of the movie, you're like, wait, what? You mean, then what the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? I did enjoy the performances and the experience overall, but I thought the wrap-up was kind of a letdown, and unfortunately, that's the part that I love the most. If a movie kind of drags and doesn't really deliver anything until the finale, if the finale pulls it out in the end and saves the day, then honestly, it could redeem an entire movie. But here, I was with the movie until the last 2 minutes, and then I just left me scratching my head. That being said, the bulk of the movie is fucking great. I'm going to give this one 3 stars. 3 stars, I think, is a solid, middle ground. It's okay. It's an okay movie. I've seen worse, but I just felt that ending really landed like a wet fart because, it was a mistake, and now you have to deal with it. I wish I could give you a full recommend on it. I know this movie probably has a lot of love and a lot of fans. Like I said, it's not terrible, but for me, my opinion, as a writer, as a film lover, as someone who understands the mechanics of film, I wish this ending was a little clearer as to what exactly was the point of the movie. Because the movie leaves you hanging. And to me, that's a big sin for a movie. Unless, poetically speaking, that's the whole point, that it leaves you hanging. But then again, that doesn't make for satisfying cinema and something I cannot recommend. Let's talk about the special features right quick. You get 3 short films here, and while they're all about Native Americans, they're all varied in how they approach the subject matter. First up is The Ballad of Crowfoot, runs about 10 minutes. This is more of a historical slideshow than a narrative movie. It comes with a commentary track, which places the photos and the song playing in context. Next is a documentary titled You Are on Indian Land. It runs about 37 minutes. This is about an event that happened between American and Canadian land that belonged to the native North Americans and their fight to claim ownership over that property. It's pretty compelling yet infuriating stuff, and it's presented in a kind of grainy black and white, so it's definitely a very interesting film to check out. Last is Consume. It's 20 minutes, supposedly inspired by true events. This is a more recent short with a little too much pretension for my taste. It's the only real short film here. But it offers up a pretty creepy story that tells a variation of the Wendigo myth. The film comes with a 7-minute introduction by the director, who was Polish, by the way. You also get an audio commentary with a Native American scholar and anthropologist, who I was hoping would shed light on the ending for me, but I was happy to find out that he was as disappointed as I was in the lackluster finale. Then you get an archival audio interview with the director that's played over the movie like a commentary track, but heads up, the audio interview was done over the phone, so the sound quality is not great. Then you get an audio interview with Graham Greene. It runs about 16 minutes and it's very illuminating. Then you get a 17-minute interview with the composer, Shane Harvey, and that's it for special features. Is it a folk horror movie? I didn't think so. Until the last act. That's all I'm going to say. So yes, it belongs on here. It absolutely belongs in this box set. But just be prepared for an ending that's not going to satisfy, I won't say everybody, but most people watching. That being said, check it out. It's definitely not the worst thing on here. Okay, pal, that's it for part 9. Stay tuned for part 10. We still have 6 more movies to discuss. This box set is never ending. Thank you for joining me for this installment, and for future ones. If you're new here, do consider subscribing. That means you and I get to hang out again, and I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Okay, pal, let's talk soon. I love you. I love you just the way you are. Until we meet again, if someone knocks at the door and it's 3 a.m., don't fucking open it. It's probably something bad.